It's a dating sim where it's impossible to get a date.
They friend zone you.
It's gonna be like a fucking Bethesda RPG. You have to pass like speech checks, and you'll always be just short.
Yes. Oh man, that would be. But that would be so funny.
Speed running full friend zone route. Any percent glitchless. That should be a real life speed run.
It's speed running through a dating sim, but you can only get friend zoned. See how fast you can get friend zoned.
Okay, dating sims need that. Just like a standard achievement in every one is like the player manages to get all of the girls to fucking friend zone them. Like it's like, okay, there's gonna be like a fine line because they'll either like be mean to you and just completely reject you, or like love the shit out of you. So you have to pick a bunch of really specific dialogue options or some shit.
Yes, like it unlocks a full secret ending.
The secret ending is gonna be like, maybe I don't need to date anyone.
Yeah, maybe being single is not that bad. I got all these friends.
Maybe I should try to learn to love myself before I, And then you get hit by a fucking bus, and then you go to like an ICK or something.
Jeez.
Isekai. What are they fucking? How do you say them?
Oh, isekai?
Yeah.
Where they die and they go to another world?
Yeah, but whenever you go to the other world, you're still being crushed by a bus.
Jeez.
Whenever you go to the other world, it's a fantasy world where you've also been hit by a fucking bus. The plot is that you have to defeat the fucking bus that ran you over to get back to the world you were in.
That sounds awesome.
You have to run the bus over.
Hey, Gavin.
What?
So I was looking at the new.
There's Xander. He's online.
Oh shit!
I was looking at the 1.19 update of Minecraft, and guess what the boss is?
Who? What?
In Minecraft, guess what the new boss fight is?
What is it?
Its name is Warden.
Oh.
Why is Warden capitalized?
Because robot.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not even a fucking acronym. It's just...
Yeah.
I looked at it earlier.
Audrey, we have a lot to catch you up on.
Like a lot.
Hopefully...
we know you can't wait.
Yeah, it got to a point where Warden said that the people operating that seed thing deserve to burn on the stake. That was a completely out of character thing. I got that pissed off.
Oh yeah, no, I made a villain organization that actually made them pissed in real life.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
Yeah, that wasn't Warden. That wasn't Warden saying those words. That was me.
Well, step one: make a character that kills simply because she enjoys it. That was step one.
Okay, so do they know about? Okay, so they do know about the whole.
Yes, they know that Emma's a clone.
Okay, but
Yes.
Emma doesn't know she's a clone.
No.
Okay, just
She
making
also, she does. So they don't know where Emma is right now. They know she's in this facility because they're in the seed facility, but they don't know where in the facility. Also, something big should probably mention. Meccano's good now.
Yeah.
What?
Meccano is super chill.
Yeah,
cool guy.
so we cornered Meccano. We fought him. He almost took control of Warden with malware, but Tommy was able to get Warden out of it. Then they beat Meccano, and we found out that Meccano was doing this because he needed a way to try to show people that machines are important, so that the procedure that turned Warden into a laptop could be started up again, because he needs to live long enough for his daughter, since she has to be constantly hooked up to machines to live, and he's the only one who knows how to do that.
Yeah. Warden's current little side objective, alongside, not dying, because we're in a bit of a sticky situation right now, is to figure out if, he can do anything to help Meccano. Because Warden specifically was the one to promise to help.
Yes. Yeah, Meccano's chill now. Tommy got a little bit jacked.
Oh my fucking Christ.
His roles in the last session were insane.
Yeah, Tommy just fucking slapped, the first superhero we got. He just fucking slapped him around. He's beating this motherfucker up with a stick.
He did, literally.
So it was so last Saturday.
Alright, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get my pizza. I'll be right back.
Okay.
We were going to get on. It was 9:30, but then at the same time we were like, I don't know if they want us to. So then we were going to message you, and then we didn't know, so we didn't. Because it was 9:30, because we were in the Harry Potter store for almost 3.5 hours.
Oh. I mean, that's fine. You guys not showing up actually worked very well for the session, because we were doing this big mystery before actually getting to the facility where they found out that Emma was a clone.
Yay!
Yeah, so okay, let's describe that. So it's been a week since the group stopped Meccano, and Meccano made Warden an actual robot body. So there's that.
So wait, Warden can walk by himself?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
No more picking him up.
Nope. Yep, he's got an actual body now.
That's a really
Tommy got jacked because he got trained by Office Maximum.
Wait, you guys met Office Maximum?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We're friends with Office Maximum. He helped us make our own base. So we have an underground base now.
Oh my god. Hold on, let me go mute people. Wait. Sorry, I had to mute notifications. I was getting 12 at once. Okay. There we go.
And so that happened. Then Dan was worried because throughout that whole week they had not gotten any message from Emma. They hadn't seen her around her school, and whenever he would try to call, no one would pick up. So they went to her school. Tommy went in and pretended to be her older brother just to talk to the principal and ask, if she's been in school at all. And he said, no, she has not been here all week. So then we drove by Emma's house and it was gone. There was just a crater there.
That's pleasant.
Yeah. So they went in the crater and they found the only thing that survived from the house was that safe. And inside, because the safe was now open, they found out that there was a bomb in there. And it wasn't just any bomb. This bomb literally deletes atoms in a certain space. So this bomb made it so that if anyone drove by where the house used to be, no one would think there was a house there.
Oh my gosh.
No one would think there was ever a house there. So they found out that Seed must have had that bomb there in order to make it so that the house, wasn't there anymore, to hide evidence, but they didn't know for what yet. And they found that there were cameras hidden in the trees behind the house. And they were spying on the house and watching Emma and Evie leave the house every day. And something that really caught their attention is when they went to the earliest point of the camera footage, they saw a vehicle pull up to the house. Evie walked out of it completely normal, but when Emma got out, she looked like she was in a trance. Like, she wasn't even alive. And Evie did something, and that's when Emma started acting normal.
Okay.
Yep. And then at the latest point of the camera footage, the house blew up, and that same black vehicle was there driving away. So they followed the license plate to... hold on, I gotta find the name, because there was a certain part of Tierra that the vehicle went to. I gotta find the name. It was like the worst part of Tierra, the worst part of town. That's right, Alleytown. So, Alleytown is this part of town where there's just thugs everywhere. Like, it is the absolute worst place to be. And they went there, they found the seed location, and there was a guard outside. We fought him, almost killed him, but then he said that we gave him a good fight, and he let us through. So we were actually nice to him. And he had sunglasses, so... and we broke those. So Alexander made him a new pair of sunglasses. So he's cool. And we went down into the seed facility, and there were two members who said that they were awaiting everyone to show up, and that they were going to make everyone go through some trials. These two are Roach, everyone's favorite character, and Ollie.
So who is Roach and Ollie?
Okay, so Roach is the character that they hate the most. Her thing is she loves to kill people, and her only reason is because she finds it fun. And she cannot die because she has some sort of power that lets her regenerate at a very fast rate.
You fucking domestic lunatic.
Yep. So... and we haven't really met Ollie yet. He works with Roach, and he's pretty monotone. He seems annoyed with her a lot. That's really all we know about him so far. And we went down an elevator, and we had to go through these rooms. And in these rooms were a bunch of other Emma clones. But the difference is... they all were given different animal DNA. So
Yeah.
the first clone we ran into was a praying mantis that tried to immediately kill Warden, so we had to kill it. And then Alexander decided to kill two more. Just...
What? A smoke shovel.
Yep.
Wait, did you tell me about the store clerk thing that I did?
Oh, no. No.
I can see Emma going something like, "You killed a bunch of me's."
Oh,
Yeah.
you haven't even heard the best part. Aside from the Emmen, we ran into polar bear Emmas, and they were nice, and there was a nice old one, and Roach stabbed it.
So Gavin isn't telling it right. After I decided to be a murderer and murder like a praying mantis out of cold blood. That was sleeping, by the way.
You are so
I
mean.
defeated a pacifist.
Poor.
Yeah, so he killed the praying mantis clone while she was sleeping. But then when we went to see the polar bears, he decided to be nice, like really nice. And then the polar bears were nice, and there was an old polar bear clone, because as she was explaining, the clones age really fast. So she's like the oldest of the polar bear clones that's still alive. And what she revealed is that certain clones were given more intelligence than other ones. And she was actually about to tell us what they were planning, what Seed was actually going to do. And then Roach came in and killed her. And then she was snarky about it.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Then the next room was the Emin, which is the name that Gavin made since it was a giant squid Emma clone, and it was very gross because it didn't have tentacles. It just had very long human arms.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
we
gross.
murdered it. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then
Yep,
it got
it's good.
thrown into a giant garbage disposal.
Yes, it did. By Roach, of course.
Yeah.
Roach is like,
Uh,
what's that character?
I love Roach.
Tessa's character in the old D&D campaign.
Yeah,
She's still worse.
Lashana.
Yes!
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
yeah.
Like
Man,
Lashana, but worse.
And where the campaign left off is we went into the fourth and final room because what they said, and it wasn't Roach and Ollie, it was actually a third person that showed up. Now he was different because he was actually an alien. His name was Vem, and he was explaining that he didn't say what they were planning exactly other than the fact that they were trying to save the universe. But he said that all they want is to take some DNA from all of them, and then they would let them go. That's all he wanted, and the tests were only to make sure that they were like worthy enough in order for them to use their DNA. Now Vem is actually a nice guy because when Warden was pointing out what they were doing was horrible, he actually agreed that it was horrible, and he said he wishes there was another way they could do this. But he says that they do not have any other way. And then he pushes a button, and Dan starts to mutate into a monster.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Blue better, or Nyx better fucking hurry up with whatever it is that she's going to be stuck in. Because Warden isn't particularly good in the firepower sector, and so all the shit beating is up to Alexander, and I don't know how well that's going to go.
Oh yeah, Alexander got juiced last time.
Where is Xander? Isn't
I don't know. He disappeared. He said he was playing. Speaking of that, I should tell you. So Xiphias is also getting a robot body now. But
Yeah,
this is a motherfucking transformer.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, because I read that one.
Yeah.
Someone said that Xiphias was the transformer.
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, because I just wanted him to know for the next session that he's a transformer now. Thanks to Meccano. Meccano's cool.
Yeah, we could really use Xiphias about now, because Xiphias is like the wild card, and he's also fucking indestructible. Yeah,
we were laughing last session after they got all mad with Roach and Dan turning into a monster about Xiphias just punching through a wall and then just grabbing Roach and just stomping on her because what's she gonna do? He's indestructible and he's a giant robot.
Can Emma just wants to
well,
but
she might get the chance to just hopefully.
I'm really excited for the final boss of Seed. I've been thinking about that a lot. There's multiple ways to beat that final boss, and I'm excited to see which one.
Multiple ways to skin a cat.
Oh, are you talking about the one that we talked about?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yes, I'm excited for that one too. That's gonna be fun.
I'm excited. I hinted to it in the general chat.
I don't know. Oh, I did see that. Where you were writing the poems.
Yes.
Yes, I did see that.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes, I'm very excited for that.
Oh, I am too.
Well, I guess, yeah, it doesn't...
Wait, give me 1 second. Hold on, let me go fucking clear people and tell people to leave me alone really quick.
Okay, and really quick, do you know if Tessa's gonna come on?
Tessa's grounded.
Okay, yeah.
They don't know how to do their schoolwork.
I see. Okay. Yeah,
Man,
it's
we might
it's
be
just because
fucked.
it just means like it shows that they're online. So I just wanted to make sure.
I don't know how they're online because they're not supposed to be on any social media.
I mean,
Sounds like a problem.
At least on my
Dun.
screen, it says that they're online. So.
It looks like they're online on like a laptop or something too.
Right.
Because usually
Right.
on like the phone, it has the little green phone icon.
That's true. Yeah.
That's very true.
They do have their laptop. Oh, Tessa Marie. Hold on, let me text them.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to make sure before we start because I want Blue to show up because something interesting is going to happen when Blue shows up.
I just want one of them to fucking show up so that we don't get our ass kicked. Ass is kicked.
Right.
Plural.
I said either get on here or get off because you're gonna get your ass in trouble. Kids, I swear. They said, oh, Tessa's mom has their phone.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me DM them on Instagram. They can get, because I know they have Instagram on their laptop.
Gross.
Man, you guys don't know how much you hating Roach makes me so happy.
That scares me.
Wait! Wait!
I feel that
Oh, and
you're
if
gonna
you wonder,
do something to completely delegitimize that hatred.
No.
I mean, it's already not
it.
terribly
he's gonna make
justified, but
Okay, we can play now. I just told people to go fuck off.
Okay, good for you. All right.
I know,
So-
right?
I would love to.
So
what?
we are actually going to begin the session away from the group currently possibly fighting Dan, and we are going to go with Emma. Now, the last thing that Emma remembers is she was just doing her usual routine. They found the phone number for Office Maximum. They were all going to go see him the next day. You know, she put Evie to bed. She went to bed herself. And it was lights out. But as she wakes up, she feels really groggy, really sluggish. And it feels like her body is extremely numb.
Hello? Where am I?
And as her vision starts to clear, she sees that she seems to be in some sort of secluded room. There were dark gray walls surrounding her, and she looked and she saw that all of her limbs were strapped onto some sort of table that was raised up.
What the fuck?
And she sees... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Can she try to break free out of them?
Yes.
Pierce,
yeah.
like, take her claws out and try to, like, scratch at them?
Yes. Would you like me to roll?
Yeah, because I don't have a laptop with me.
Oh, okay. You got
begins.
Got it too. Yep. So...
I got it too.
I just want to point out this is exactly what happened last session. Literally everyone except for Tommy got shit rolls, but Tommy was amazing.
That was me.
oh yeah, Tommy's there with us too.
Yeah. So
No, same
Emma,
thing happened to me. That's right.
Emma tries to break free, but due to how incredibly numb her body is, she's not able to make any headway. She can't even really get her claws out. However, she looks down and she sees that there seems to have been a syringe that seems to have just removed from her side, and it did have her blood in it. And it's connected to some sort of robotic arm.
What the fuck?
And the arm moves up, and it moves up into a hole in the ceiling that goes shut. Then there's a monitor up in the corner. It lights on, and a voice appears. Thank you for your contribution.
Let me out?
And the shackles on her arms and legs do retract, and she falls onto the floor.
Where am I?
As she struggles to stand up, one of the walls in the room opens up. It appears to actually be a door.
She wants to walk through it.
She walks through the door, and she sees that she's in some sort of large hallway. And the walls and the floor and even the ceiling are all completely white. And she looks around and she sees right next to her is a door with an electric sign above it that says exit.
She wants to exit.
Okay. So, still sluggish, she does walk over and open the exit door. And as she opens that door, she sees that she is now in a much thinner hallway, where there are 4 doors, 2 on each side of the room. And she looks because she hears noises from the one directly on her left.
She wants to go into that one.
So she walks over to the door and opens it. And she is shocked because she is not completely sure about 3 of the figures in that room. But she does recognize Alexander, who is fighting alongside 2 other figures that do look vaguely familiar, fighting what appears to be some sort of red scorpion monster.
Are you hallucinating? Alexander?
Oh, hello, Emma.
Warden?
Emma!
Are
Tommy
you a
turns
robot?
around.
Yes.
Where's Dan? Is that Dan?
Yeah,
Yep.
look, there's a lot we need to catch up on, but we need your help.
Yeah, how can I help?
Great question.
Don't know, we don't want to hurt this thing, but I mean, I don't know what else to do.
Have you tried knocking it out?
It's easier said than done.
I have stun ammunition, but I'm not sure if I could pierce that armor.
Go
Try
ahead
it
and
like
try it.
its hand or something.
Are there any, like, gaps in in its, like, carapace or anything?
So, the one vulnerable point, and he's not even sure if they are actually vulnerable, are the green eyes
Oh.
on the head of the body.
Don't hit his eyes. That might make him go blind.
I'll tell you guys, and then my dad chuckled in the background watching the movie.
Is diplomacy an option?
I would say
Emma wants to attack.
Okay. Okay. What attack do you want to do?
She wants to use her super punch and try to knock him out.
All right. Let's roll.
Your idea, but okay.
Hey, she's the fastest one. Oh,
Ooh.
wow. Okay. So where does she try to attack to knock him out? Like his head or like his stomach?
Yeah, the head.
Okay. So after walking for a little bit, it does seem that Emma's senses have also started coming back. She runs up with super speed, leaps, and punches Dan in the head. Now, the impact does go through. It actually does make him step back. But all he does is lets out a roar, and he tries to swing his tail at Emma. Now I gotta see if she can dodge this. Okay.
Oh.
And with her speed, she is just barely able to dodge it. And they all notice it isn't because of her being any slower. That's just how fast Dan's attack was.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
His tail. Try stunning him on his tail. It might bring some shock to slow the tail down.
I can try, but I'm not sure I'll be able to pierce the armor.
All right, let's give it a whirl.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Okay, so Warden is not sure if this will even work, but as the tail retracts back after trying to hit Emma, Warden aims and fires
Oh my god.
right at the end of the tail, and it does pierce into it.
Told you so.
Why would I expect that it would pierce?
Now, I'm going to have to roll a will check for Tommy to see if he can do this. I got a little... Oh, hang on. His will's really high.
These have to be the most effective fucking armor-piercing rounds on the goddamn planet. Because that's... hardness scale of 11.
Okay. So, Tommy, despite being incredibly afraid during this situation, he does pull himself together, and he does try to run up to knock Dan out with his bow staff. He runs up, he leaps, and he does hit Dan on the head. However, this hit was not enough to bring him down, and he aims a punch at Tommy. Tommy is unable to dodge, and he does get hit in the stomach with the punch, and he falls on the ground.
Tommy!
How the fuck did Dan turn into this?
Can Warden go over to, like,
know.
help Tommy up?
Yes. So Warden runs over, and he tries to help Tommy, and Tommy does spit up blood, but he's still holding on. And he looks up with angered eyes, not at Dan, but at Vem, who is still on the monitor screen. Why would you do this?
Oh wait, question for you, not in game.
Yes.
Did you tell Emma that when we were underwater fighting the Emma Kraken thing, the Emma, that my hair caught on fire?
Oh, yeah, he went Super Saiyan for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I went Super Saiyan fighting underwater.
Yep.
Emma doesn't know any of this. I do, but Emma doesn't. Okay. Can Emma attack Dan?
I don't think Alexander's gone yet.
What do you want to do, Eden? What should Alexander do?
I want to try to see where it's like most vulnerable. So use the
Okay.
stand thing.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, roll for that.
Okay. $14.
Okay. So
I'm using the Google Dice, so I am gonna have to read it again.
So, Alexander puts his hand to the floor and tries to use scan to see if he can find some weak point. And as the scan goes through, and it does go across Dan's body, he does see, other than the tail, there is a one point that is barely protected on the back of the neck.
He wants to tell the group this.
All right. So he looks up from the ground and he turns to the others.
Guys?
Yeah.
Wait, where did you say it was? The back of the neck?
Yeah, the back of the neck.
So, there's a spot on the back of his neck, and it's barely protected at all. If we can manage to get it hit there, I think we can knock him out.
Just be careful.
Warden, you're the one with the stunning thing.
Yes, but I don't want to tear a hole in his windpipe.
Oh.
So
Emma wants to do her rapid attack. Her rapid punch attack.
Okay, yeah, the rapid punch. Okay, yeah. Let me.
Again, guys, I can go up and whack him over the back of the neck a couple times with a shovel, but
Oh, okay.
Ooh, baby.
So
I'm not sure how effective that
Emma
would be.
runs up and does multiple strikes, very swift strikes, on the back of Dan's head. And she does actually manage to strike that point on the back of the neck. And suddenly, and it's not sure if it is that strike or if the stun bullet has finally went through, but the monster Dan does stop. And then they see that the armor starts to shake. And as it's shaken, it starts to retract off of Dan's body.
Guys, we should probably, step away.
Tommy does step away, but he does get his weapon ready.
Emma wants to walk or stay near him, but walk around him.
Okay.
Warden wants to put his drones in a defensive position around him and Tommy.
Okay, yes, he puts his 4... Or it is 4, right? The 4 remaining drones?
Yeah, because one...
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I would like to go back and recover that 5th one at some point, but
You're right, yeah.
it's 4 right now.
Okay. Yeah, so he makes his 4 drones stay in a line, protecting them. And as it retracts, they do finally get to see
I never got
Dan's
this.
Dan's normal appearance. This is the very first time. And he actually looks very average for, being a giant scorpion monster. Other than his red hair, he just looks completely normal.
Normal.
And as the armor fully retracts, what they do notice is, despite its immense size earlier, as it is retracting, it forms into a very small ball. And as the ball lands on the ground, it unfolds and it is now a small ruby red scorpion.
And
This is incredibly odd.
What?
Alexander wants to go pick it up.
As Alexander starts to move over to it, it seems to completely ignore him. It starts quickly running up towards one of the walls and starts climbing up it.
Emma wants to quickly snatch it.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll for that.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So, as it is starting to get up the wall, Emma does run up the wall and tries to grab onto it. Now, it is almost up all the way to the ceiling of the room. Now, despite its very small size, it is clinging extremely hard to this wall. So Emma at the moment is kind of hanging off of the scorpion.
Because that's not strange.
Can Warden go to try and, like, interface with the monitor? Or,
Yes.
alright,
He can try.
Tommy.
And just what is his plan? Or is he going to explain that to Tommy?
I don't think he knows what his plan is yet.
Okay, got it.
Can
Tommy.
Alexander try to move?
Can you go make sure that Dan is alright?
Yeah.
I was about to say, can Alexander and someone else try to pick him up and escort him, like, out of the room or something?
Yes. So
Out of the room. We don't know what's out there.
Alexander
We do.
Alexander goes over with Tommy, and they both pick up Dan. And as Alexander, with his background, he does check Dan's pulse, and it is still there. So, Tommy...
Guys, not yet.
Oh, let's just hope he can make it out of this. And
Right.
They take him out of the room. Now, Warden looks up at the monitor. And Vem is still on the monitor, by the way.
Go away, Piccolo.
Hey. Warden?
Hold on. Is there any, like, thing on the monitor? Or any, like,
No.
even just any panels to take off?
Not that he can see, no.
Ah, piss. Huh.
Just shoot it.
He wants to go out and join Alexander and Tommy.
Okay. So, Warden leaves, and Emma's just kind of stuck there. Now, as she is hanging from the scorpion, and the others are outside of the room, she sees that this part of the ceiling opens up, and there's a hole. And it's right above where the scorpion is.
Uh-oh.
And as she is still hanging there, and she does see that the scorpion seems to be trying to go up that hole.
She wants to use all of her strength to yank it and try to fall on the floor.
Okay. Alright, here we go.
Oh, God.
I can see how this is gonna go great.
Oh.
Okay. So, she does use as much strength as she can to yank the scorpion off. However, as she yanks it off and she is falling down from the wall, she sees that from the hole, a knife is thrown down. Now, she's going to have to roll to see if she can dodge it. And it's going to be very difficult because she is in the air right now.
Oh God.
There's something that Warden might be able to do to help.
Oh boy!
Oh.
The knife does hit her in the side, and the pain does force her to let go of the scorpion. The scorpion does latch back onto the wall, and it climbs up into the hole.
Warden didn't even get to finish his 4 sentence.
Well, Emma had a plan, but no, Warden had to leave. So
Well, Emma, we're not exact. There's no leaders here. This is a democracy, and
Emma
we don't
had
know
a
how
plan.
much. We don't know how okay Dan is.
So
Alexander.
Emma is in the room with the knife stuck up in her. And so Vem is off of the monitor screen now. And the monitor screen is also raising back into the ceiling.
Alexander wants to start yelling "fuck you" repeatedly.
Okay. Just out in the hallway?
No, he steps into the room.
Oh. So Alexander walks back.
Fuck you.
He did try to heal Dan while they were out there. So he's screaming that, and then he sees Emma sprawled out on the floor with a knife stuck in her.
Anyone know?
No, I'm fine.
Are you? You have a knife stuck in you. I don't think it's fine.
Where's Evie?
That's a great question, though.
And why the fuck are we here?
We don't know if Evie's even fucking real yet. Let's calm down.
Is that Warren walking into the
No.
room? Okay.
No.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, what is this?
That
I
would've-
swear to God, I'm gonna throw the knife at Warden.
Yeah, but we that is a serious thing.
I know.
So, as Alexander does get closer, he does recognize the shape of that knife. That is the same knife, or same type of knife, I should say, that Roach was using.
Who the fuck tried to stab me? Well, who did
And
stab me?
as she finished saying that, Alexander wants to rip it out.
Okay.
God.
And Julie just
He grabs it and he does just like rip it out. He is like really angrily too. Like it is painful for Emma.
okay, and then he like puts it in his pocket and heals Emma.
Okay. So he does put it in his pocket and he does start healing Emma's wound.
Emma didn't need I don't need healing.
You're
Oh
bleeding.
my God.
You have another
I want to know where Evie is.
What?
Emma doesn't know anything.
Well, why does she assume that anybody else does? We were just stuck in a box fighting a giant scorpion.
Because
she was the one knocked out, and you guys weren't knocked out.
That doesn't mean that we didn't know anything.
well, she's assuming so.
She wants to crawl out of the room. I mean, walk out of the room. Like,
So she does. Sort. I'm going to say she kind of limps a little out of the room, mainly due to the pain of that wound. But she's walking it off, and Alexander follows, and they see Warden and Tommy have Dan kind of just laying on the hallway floor.
Is he okay?
Is he? Yeah, I was gonna say, is he fully healed?
He's alive. But-
Yeah, he hasn't woken up yet, but he's breathing.
Well, now this place gets more of my blood. Anyway.
Wait a minute. Did you...
Did you
Did I what?
say more of your blood?
Well, I don't know. How long was I don't even know how long I was passed out for. And they had a syringe of my blood when I woke up, and then I just got stabbed, so yeah. Do you guys
What
know
did you get
anything about-
stabbed by?
A knife. What else do you get stabbed by?
A syringe.
First, that's kind of a stupid question, but also...
You can get stabbed by an axe.
Twice. What? You don't stab with
Sorry.
that.
Can we just
I don't know,
leave
actually
now?
have heat on them.
No! We need to find Evie. And what were you guys doing here? What was
Nobody
I doing?
knows.
We were
We
here
don't-
trying to find you.
We don't know where Evie is.
You don't?
Yeah,
We don't
No.
know. We don't know what exactly Evie is. If I'm entirely honest,
What?
Yeah.
Evie is? What do you mean? What? She is? She's my younger sister.
Listen, and Tommy, he kind of puts his hand on Emma's shoulder. I don't know if it's a good idea to find Evie.
What do you mean? She's
we
She might not be alive.
Emma, listen. I recovered footage from a camera placed in a tree outside of your house.
my. Those
About-
were the security cameras Mom told me about.
About
Your
a year
house is
ago,
healthy. Oh, go ahead.
somewhere near a year ago today, a car drove up to that house. Out of it stepped you and Evie. You did not seem to be entirely lucid, however, Evie was.
Maybe I was. You know, a year ago, I made mistakes and I maybe.
Your house is also gone,
What?
Yeah, your house is healthy when boomy
and the
boomy.
entire perimeter from an explosive located in that locker. Specifically designed to essentially delete atoms.
What
It's
the
truly
fuck?
disgusting. Anyways, Evie
Fuck 'em.
somehow woke you up before you both entered the house and the car drove away. I did manage to find the car's license plate.
No, because I remember everything. I remember my childhood. I remember my parents.
Listen,
Is that what?
it's possible that you had those. Or a version of you had those.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe they were implanted.
Well, remember what that bear Emma said?
Bear
They said
Emma.
Yeah,
Bear
that's yeah. There was a couple of them actually, but
Yeah, there's one that tried to
Bear
kill us,
Emma?
there's one that I wanted to kill but didn't. Then
Okay.
there was one that I had to
look, Emma,
kill.
this is gonna sound crazy, but you're a clone.
No, because I'm not a clone. There's
I
only
think
me.
I think we need to exit this facility sometime close to immediately.
Yeah, I was gonna say there might
But
be explosions.
well, remember what that alien said. I think he said his name was Vem. That
Yes.
they needed our DNA and then they would let us go.
Your guys' DNA?
Yeah.
What
Except
for?
except
Yeah,
my DNA
that
is
was
mostly
what he
composed of potting soil, but yeah.
What is your guys' DNA? I mean, he took. They took mine.
That's, well, what we were going to figure out eventually, I suppose.
He's probably just gonna copy your powers and make some kind of super being.
And Tommy looks over at that door that was at the end of the hallway. And the number on the door finally goes from 1 to 0. And then it changes from 0 to the word enter.
Isn't that the door you probably came from, Emma?
No,
Wait.
I came from the other door.
If we go in there, that might be the only way we can leave.
But what about the elevator we went?
Uh,
We can't leave them unattended.
And Tommy does walk over to the elevator door, and he does try to get it to open, but it isn't doing anything.
Emma, we all understand that this can be a lot to take in, and we can fill you in more detail on it, show you some of the video footage at a later date. Right now, we're all stuck in an underground facility.
We're
we have just-
underground?
Yeah.
Supposedly, yes.
Oh my god.
We had all just gone through 4 trials, all of which involved, well, 3 of which involved something trying to kill us.
And they all looked like you.
And the other
But,
one
like-
involved something killing a polar bear.
They all looked like... No.
They were all clones of you, Emma.
All of them.
This entire facility, this project is centered around clones of you.
Because that's not creepy.
If at any point you need to step aside and take a break, we would all understand.
No, whatever, I'm fine. Evie, if she wasn't real, that means none of my life was real.
Wait,
Depends on how you would define real, but we don't know anything for sure yet. We're all just theory crafting.
Emma, you said that you didn't remember anything other than just going to sleep and then waking up here, right?
Okay, I remember going to sleep after the whole getting, you know, whose number. I don't know what we should release here, but after we got his number,
Do
and I
you
took Evie home to put Evie to bed, and then I went to bed. Like,
do
normal.
you have your phone?
What? No?
Then who called us?
What?
The whole
We did-
reason we came here to try to find you is because we got a phone call from you, or at least from your phone, and we tracked it here.
No, I don't have my phone.
Could
I always plug my phone into the nightstand, so if I was kidnapped or whatever happened, you would think they wouldn't bring my phone.
it was probably a lure to get us here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You idiots! You shouldn't have came.
Why would we not
What
have
else
came?
were
We
gonna
received
do, huh?
a phone call from you after you had been gone for a week. We went to your school to try and figure out where you were.
How'd you
See,
do that?
like,
He's in a. Alexander looks.
figure out something.
Oh, well, it was actually me who went
Well-
into your school.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, we were at a
That
drug
makes
scene,
most
and then I bashed the clerk's head in with a shovel. By accident.
Oh my god.
Accident, sure. Anyways,
Hey man, he saw too much. And he's not dead. I just bashed him in the head with a...
Okay, so
Really quick, I just
You
want
didn't put
to
things.
cut back to the convenience store. He's still knocked out,
oh god.
and then we cut back.
okay, so
Well, we didn't... We
Aside
weren't awake.
my whole life maybe being a lie and clones of me. Is Dan okay? And is there a way to get Dan's armor back?
No.
I fear that the only way to get his armor back would be to get the scorpion back. That might have been the artifact he was talking about.
Well,
Also,
I don't know. Maybe if somebody would have helped me when I tried asking for it.
Well, we were kind of trying to make sure that Dan wasn't dead.
dead.
You were trying to find something on a monitor. And
Not
then you-
immediate. Yes. To try and see if there was any way to get out of here, if there was any security we needed to worry about. And then I went to check on Dan.
Whatever.
Oh my god, I had the most, scuffed idea of how to try and, revive Dan.
What?
Having Warden attempt to jury rig a defibrillator out of the broken drone.
I mean, do you want to try it?
Why couldn't I just punch him?
I don't think so, just because I don't want to, fucking electrocute Dan. to
Yeah,
death.
you don't want to get a 1 while you're doing this, and then the entire reason he died is because of you.
I guess, could Warden like think about it to see if there's anything he can think to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do you want roll for that?
Alexander could try conjuring on the baby.
Okay. I got it.
Okay.
Okay. So
what do you think we should do?
So Warden's trying to think. He wants to find a way to somehow preserve Dan, somehow maybe get it back. And then he remembered. He looks over to Alexander and he asks him whether he still has any of that green substance.
Alexander, do you
Yes?
still have any of that green liquid that you recovered from those cloning vats?
I might. Why?
Is there any way you could administer it to Dan on the skin or through syringe or whatever would be most
He does still have the syringe from when he mutated the one clone.
I
would it be
a,
dangerous to try?
yeah, it could be a little risky.
It could.
Yeah,
But it's less dangerous than, or well, I guess I should say it's just as dangerous as the defibrillator idea.
That doesn't really... Holy shit.
Yeah.
I will say, if you give it to him, you do not have to roll to see if it works. With the defibrillator, you would have to do that. So, what's it gonna be?
Could we try a small dosage or smaller amount than usual?
Oh, are you asking me or Alexander?
Alexander.
I suppose we can start out with a smaller dosage, and if it doesn't work, move on to larger ones. But
What are the risks?
The smaller one would be less risky, but if it doesn't work, I don't think it'd be a good idea to administer more right away.
Okay.
And they do think back to what happened to the clone when they gave it the mold DNA.
What?
I think we should meditate on this. As long as Scarlet's vitals stay stable, if we can't think of any safe way to resuscitate him, we could take him to a doctor once we get out of here, a hospital.
And now Tommy, throughout this conversation, he was looking at Dan, who he is still breathing, but he is kind of just slumped over. He's not waking up. Tommy decides he's going to turn around and he's going to walk towards that door that says enter.
I want Warden to join him.
Warden does stand up and he starts walking with him as well.
I want to, gently, slap, Dan to see if that'll do anything.
Alexander does try just to kind of do a light slap on the face to see if that'll wake him up. It doesn't work. He does do a couple more slaps in quick succession to see if that would work. No, still nothing.
He doesn't need it.
Hey man, I'm just massaging his face, also trying to get him up.
I want Warden to position his drones around Dan.
Okay, so he does position all four of his. Do you want all four of his drones?
I think 3.
Okay, so he puts 3 drones to surround Dan while one is still following him and Tommy.
Emma wants to walk over to the place that says the door that says enter.
Okay.
With her claws out and walk in.
Okay. So she gets her claws out and she starts walking in. She starts walking with Tommy and Warden. Does Alexander join them?
Guys, go ahead. I think I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
Do what you can.
I'll begin hopefully with Dan. If not, I'm gonna be real pissed.
Well,
And
at least
Tommy
you lost
just
all that
Tommy
formal.
just gives him a nod.
Tommy,
My
when
drones
we-
will be there to help you with any trouble.
Okay.
1 week with hanging out with you morons, and he lost all of his formalness.
Yep.
Okay.
And they
Run this
they
one.
enter the door. Now, they are met with that long, very wide hallway that Emma saw before. However, arrows, and they seem to be like holographic arrows, appear, and they start pointing the group in a certain direction
I
down
really
the hallway.
don't want to follow a bunch of arrows without Dan and Alexander.
I wouldn't Warden to just go ahead.
Yep, and Tommy does the same.
Emma's hesitating.
Okay, I'm going to do a will save for Emma to see if she has enough determination in order to go through with it. Yeah, I gotta
13.
check the stats. Oh, okay. So, she isn't sure. She's very... Honestly, she's very scared right now. She won't admit it to anyone, but... It's not just the fact that she was somehow kidnapped and placed in this area and she has no idea what's going on, but it's also the fact that her entire life might have been a complete lie. But she does understand what or why Tommy and Warden have kept on going. Because whether she likes it or not, what Tommy said was right. They need to follow what Seed wants in order for them to maybe have a chance of getting out of here.
Yeah, but maybe Seed wants us to go and to leave Dan under defense.
Her resolve is high. She plucks up the courage and she decides to continue on. Now, as they are following the arrows, we cut back to Alexander. Now, what is he going to do with Dan? Is he going to try to give him the syringe?
Yeah, he wants to try to give him a tiny, but what he sees suitable portion.
Gotcha. So, he takes out his vial of the Lazarus, and he takes some of that into the syringe.
No.
Oh, go ahead.
I feel like it's better because I think you also said this is something that he was working on before he died
Yes.
the first time.
Yes.
So I feel like he'd feel more confident about what he's about to do.
So he injects the amount of Lazarus into Dan. And as he does this, he does see that on Dan's body, and he is able to kind of squint and see, there do appear to be what look like small red shards that do start coming up on his body. It's not, they don't like overtake his body or anything, but they do start appearing on his body. However, after, he is worried, but after only a minute or so, Dan's eyes start to open.
Yes.
Someone get the license tag of that Xiphias that hit me? Oh,
Well, Tommy?
hey, Alexander.
I'm sorry about the syringe in your arm.
Wait,
You
sir.
were a giant red scorpion monster thing, and we had to knock you out for a little bit.
I'm not.
The rest of the group has moved on to the next area. We should probably follow suit.
I'm not in the armor anymore.
No.
He's looking in shock as he's just kind of like looking all over himself.
I can try to conjure you a set of armor, but I don't know how good it'll be.
And he's still kind of just looking around his body. And actually, yeah, let me roll for him. Okay, let me see. Okay. So he does still look very shocked at himself, but he does think about what Alexander just said. Yeah, I'll take the armor.
Okay.
And
Got it, boss.
now we cut back to Warden, Tommy, and Emma as they have finished following the arrows as they lead down a corridor that splits off from the hallway to another door.
Oh wait, before you do that, can Alexander have the 3 drones go return back to Warden with the message?
No, he cannot do that. Only Warden has control.
Unless you were to, like, hold a sticky note up to one of them.
Yes, I'm just kind of like, hey, you,
But I
with the gun pointed at
I think
nothing.
the drones are gonna follow, like, Dan.
Yeah, because they were told to, like, stay around Dan. So yes, they are just kind of floating around him. So they will follow him.
Okay.
Tommy,
Yeah?
my drones have begun moving. I'm thinking Dan is awake.
He's probably miserable without his armor.
Oh, at least he's alive.
Yeah.
Yes. It looks like they're trying to join back up with us.
Stop then. We can wait, right?
Yeah. And they do wait, and just in a few moments, Alexander and Dan do appear. Now, they are a bit weirded out as they do see Dan, as he is in what looks to be very old knight's armor.
What
Sorry,
are
Dan.
you wearing?
This is the best that I could do.
Well, it's
I couldn't match his armor. So
Dan, I'm
not
sorry.
red, but
I'm sorry, Dan. I tried getting your thing. The
that's
Scorpio,
all right.
and then the knife. And I'm
hey,
sorry.
I mean, this is better than nothing, Emma.
Yeah.
It's nice to see that you're awake, Scarlet.
Oh, thanks, Warden.
Try and
Not do that again.
don't be as courageous in combat for a while. I
And-
doubt you'll be nearly
And Tommy
as you
does
were.
turn around to him too. We'll make sure that we back you up, so don't worry. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
I'll keep my drones guarding you for the time being, but
I probably should as well. Just to make sure
I
if
mean,
he...
he's not completely helpless, guys.
I was just about to say, I doubt that your combat prowess has entirely left you, and I'm worried that we'll be testing that very shortly.
Yeah. With
Okay.
the starfish lady.
Now, before we enter the room, I gotta go get more water. So
I'm
I'll
gonna
be
go
right
get
back.
water as well.
I'm gonna go get Trinity. See you guys. See you guys in like a couple hundred years.
Ugh, boys.
Hey! Stop assuming my gender.
I did not say boys and non-binary people, not did I? I said boys.
But that was all of us combined, all of us males.
You're not a male, though.
Technically,
Physically, you
I
are.
am.
I was talking.
Contradicted myself. You didn't even point it out. I'm sad.
I don't know. You're so freaking.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some sanity. I'll be back.
I'm just gonna pretend I understand people. Ugh. The ugh was not directed towards you this time. Oh my god, people, go the fuck away. No one likes you. Oh my god. December 1st. I won't be back to school until December 1st. There. Eden, are you still there? No, he left.
I got my sanity. It was on a black bag.
Eden, hold on. I always forget that I have your number, and when I have to tell you something, I always think I have to wait until school, and yeah.
You also have my Instagram.
And Messenger. And
And
Discord.
Yep. Actually, you don't have me on Discord yet.
Yeah, I do. No, you don't. No, I don't.
No.
I haven't friended you. Yes, I have. You're right there. You're on my friends list.
Have you?
Mm-hmm. You sent me a friend request whenever you first joined our server. Ew, socializing. Okay, so,
No, yes, I do.
yeah.
Interesting.
Bella's mad at me right now
Good.
Why?
because I'm not going back to school until either December or until after the news. But
Christ.
I know, right? I'm so excited.
What?
It's amazing.
What?
I'm not going back to school until maybe December. I'm actually kind of hoping I'll go back to school in December so I can get my stuff. What?
What are you doing?
Well, Jess in the hospital. My other grandmother just passed away, and I had to get retested for COVID.
Oh,
That's
fun.
always fun.
Yeah. And then,
I remember when someone in my family
yay,
died.
imagine moving. It's like
I know. I haven't done it at all in my life. I totally didn't move from a trailer to a less, to a poor person's mansion, to here.
I have moved 3 times in the past year, and it sucks because, ugh.
Well,
Oh, hi.
that was a good point of the conversation to come back to.
I know. That's amazing.
Oh my god. People, go away. No one likes you.
That is true.
All right.
Okay, ready?
If you say so.
No.
Luigi eats a pancake that is so good, he momentarily loses his grip on his godly powers and floats upward, his soul attracted to heaven. Mario looks on, horrified at Luigi's sudden ascension. Goodbye, Luigi.
What? I don't even want to know.
Oh, no, Luigi.
Who is
I'm
Luigi?
gonna. Oh my god.
What are you doing, brother?
What are you
That,
doing?
like,
Oh, it's I know that episode too.
Just the video. Just a little like clip. It's so funny.
I was giving the game Mario voice. I guess it would have to be Luigi. What are you doing?
oh,
Nice of Mom
Luigi
to
from
invite us over
Mario?
for spaghetti,
Yes.
Luigi.
I didn't even know that.
I'm going up to heaven, Mario.
It was about time. I died like 3 months ago.
Nice of Mom to invite us over for spaghetti, Luigi.
I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
Ew.
I hope Mom made lots of spaghetti. There's an entire that whole cutscene, but it was Eminem saying "mom" and spaghetti over the whole thing.
Really?
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Mom and I have dropped spaghetti all over the Mushroom Kingdom.
What?
The spaghetti is now Mom's spaghetti.
Huh?
Anyways,
That's amazing. Yes. Anyways, okay, we're at the door.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
they go in?
Yes, Emma wants to
Yes.
push
Okay.
the door open.
Emma pushes the door open. And what they do see as soon as they open those doors is a gigantic monitor screen. Now, it is not connected up to the ceiling like all the others were. This is one that is attached to the wall. And they see what appears to be blueprints of some kind. And it does have a title above the actual blueprints. Project Archangel.
Who wants to go over and read it?
So do they all step into the room?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
can Warden take a picture, or I guess keep a
Yes. Yeah, he can.
memory of that?
Yes. But does he
Okay.
also walk into the room?
Yes.
Okay.
Art.
So
Angel?
as they all walk into the room, as soon as they do, 3 machines grab Tommy, Alexander, and Warden. And now
Again,
for Tommy and Alexander, they are first hit with some sort of numbing syringe. However, for Warden, it does appear to be some sort of syringe-looking device. But instead of an actual needle, it's some sort of plug-in. And despite him not having a USB port just on his body, somehow it does sear through his nanomachines. And he is hit with some sort of paralyzation code.
Who wants to hiss at the machines? A cheetah.
And Dan, he runs over and he's trying to punch, and I guess I can roll here.
playing a game with dinosaurs.
Gets the highest, gets a nat 20. Never mind.
That would be hilarious, yeah. Just with one hand on each machine, he rips them down. Jeez, Dan. It seems like you actually got stronger without your armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't tell you that armor was actually holding back my true power.
My true power. The power of archaeology.
Yes.
I lift rocks for a living. It's gonna be like the One Punch Man backstory, except with
Yes!
more rocks.
Yes, he bench pressed boulders every day for 3 years.
Nice. Hey guys, I'll be back. I'm going to grab something for dessert.
So Dan is trying to punch the robot arms that are holding up everybody, but to no avail. And Emma is looking at the machine, and she does hiss, but her eyes widen as she looks at the blueprints. Now, what's odd about these blueprints is they're not showing a machine that's being built. It appears that they're showing a human being built. But here is the odd thing, the thing that has her so shocked. The human that is being displayed looks exactly like her. Though a little bit older.
What? I don't think I'm the one being... I think I was the one. Oh my god. Dan.
And he's still, like, punching the machine. Yeah?
Wait, look.
Wait. No. They're trying to make you that, or you were making that, or...
I was cloned. I wasn't the clone. Well, I guess I am the clone. I wasn't the one being cloned. Well, I don't know how to word it.
You're trying to say that you were the original?
No, I'm not.
I'm not entirely sure what you're trying to say.
She's trying to say that she is now realizing that she was a clone the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah. She's just
She's
And
just not really
I
in it
see
now.
her starting to kind of fall down on her knees, hyperventilate. Her mind is currently racing.
Wait, I thought we were all suspended in the air.
No, Warden, Tommy, and Alexander are.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Me and Dan.
I think.
Yes, and you're about to see why now. After that happens, 3 syringes do come to Tommy, Alexander, and Warden. And they all do take something. Now, of course, from Tommy and Alexander, they take blood.
I didn't think Alexander had blood. Oh, well.
Now, from Warden, it did not take blood, but he is able to see what it did take, and it did take a portion of his nanomachines.
This is
What are they doing?
unnerving.
And the syringes rise up back to the ceiling, and they all get dropped on the floor. Ow! Ow! I never liked needles.
Shut up, you crybabies.
I'm confused.
And as they all do get up and their numbness starts to go away, they look at the monitor screen. And they see the project. Now, what they do see, besides the human on the monitors, they do see certain parts that seem to want to be given to this human. They see bird-like wings. And it does say, and it has a line connected to the wings that goes to text. And it says, for aerial acrobatics.
What the fuck?
And it does have a cheetah pattern. And there's a line connected to that. Incredible speed. And there are more lines like this connected to different animal parts that say what their uses are.
So, think they're trying to. They're taking all these. They're making all these clones out of this person.
Oh. Yeah, I want Tommy. I gotta see if he can roll this, if he can deduce this with his detective skills.
Ouch.
Oh man, jeez. Okay.
They're
Are
Right.
these
her.
parts taken from all of the ideal mutations?
Well, think about it, because clones. What did you guys see? You
Tom-
guys
But why would they want our blood?
Maybe.
you guys are.
They
You know-
said, or we had theorized earlier that they're trying to get like the perfect mutation out of each of the different clone variants.
They are. I think that's what they're trying to do, and I think they're trying to put it in her. I think she's the original, who were cloned after.
Either that or she's the end. The ultimate clone that they've been trying to create.
Tommy, he's trying really hard to think about this, trying to put all the pieces together. Maybe the reason they took our DNA is because, in a way, we are our own perfect mutations.
None of you guys were cloned, apparently. At least
Tommy, that is an interesting idea, but
Dan, they took your armor.
Yeah, I
Dan,
realize that.
wait a minute. You don't think they could use the armor on that? Like, give her that your armor?
And I think everyone's eyes widen, and they do quickly look at the blueprints. Now, does anyone try to touch the screen?
Yeah.
Emma
Okay.
wants to go up and touch it.
So Alexander and Emma both go up, and they try touching the screen. And as they move their finger across it, they see it is actually a touchscreen monitor. And there's more to the blueprints.
Oh my god.
And as they flip to the next page, they do see now. So on the last page, they didn't see it quite before, but under where it said Project Archangel, it said Phase 1. Now they flipped it, and it changes to Phase 2. And it actually says in bold letters under that, Hero DNA. And it shows all of their DNA being added into this human. But then there are some DNAs there listed. Some other ones that they have not seen before. Now, some of them they don't know. One of them seems to be for some pyrokinetic hero.
They're trying to make her into the ultimate hero.
Another one appears to be some sort of healing power from some hero that was not Alexander. Because they do see what they wanted from him was actually his magic ability. But then the one that they all look in shock at is the strength ability that they want to take from Office Maximum.
Oh.
If they take that, then whatever this thing is, it's going to be unstoppable.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand. Not probably insane.
the thing that I think makes heroes effective is that we're all decentralized, you know, we're all different people with different ideas, different allegiances. Different groups of heroes can't just own everything. This,
Well,
though, this is... I don't think it necessarily matters what they're trying to use this for. I don't know if they should have it.
Now, Dan walks up and he tries swiping the screen as well. And the screen goes to phase 3. Scorpius armor. And it does show them putting Scarlet's armor onto the human.
We need to find the base where they're putting all the phone, the room that they're.
They know we're in here.
Well, yes.
They know
clearly.
we're studying these stupid blueprints. I don't
They
think
set this up for us to see it.
Yeah. Is there a phase 4?
Now, they do swipe it again to phase 4. Now, phase 4 was different. It didn't have any blueprints for any new abilities to give this thing. Instead, it said locate Herald. And there were 2 pictures on the screen. One of them just had a question mark, and it said location unknown. However, the second one was something or someone that they were all very familiar with. It was blue. But under blue, it also said location unknown.
It seems like this, whatever it is, hasn't been finished yet. Probably near completion, but...
So that means if we can find it, and we can destroy it before it ever gets finished, then we can stop it from doing this.
I don't think we should reveal plans right now, but I do have an idea.
Guys, what if we're actively being watched?
This is likely.
Is there
Though,
any...
I don't imagine they would have expected us to not plot against them.
I think that's what they want. They want a group of people.
Obviously, that's what they
They
want,
want
but
competition for this angel.
I don't believe... Well, first, I don't believe we could make it out of the facility, but we don't have nearly the connections to just raise this place.
No.
I feel like...
Borden, I have an idea.
Wait a minute.
You guys
No.
met some pretty helpful Emmas, right? Or, that's creepy to say. Some pretty helpful...
Only one, and she's dead.
So Tommy does another intelligence
What?
check. He starts looking around that monitor.
Who killed her? Which one of you killed her?
Warden.
None of us killed her.
Warden,
Tommy?
there's a port. There's a port on this monitor. If you can connect here, if you can somehow get into their network, maybe those panels on the ceiling, we can get those open. We can go straight to them.
that's a great idea. But
Yes!
they would. But wait, what if they are expecting something like this? Again,
Then I might have
Again,
to go in there and do something unexpected. But it's a
Well-
port nonetheless.
well, should we check for any cameras or anything that could give them the advantage?
Does Warden decide to just go up to the monitor and hack in?
He wants to kind of examine it a bit more first.
Okay. Now,
Should
I
I
do
roll?
just want to remind you that he did get part of the seed system access
That's
in
what-
him from the facility.
Okay.
But yes, you do have to roll for it.
Okay. Damn.
Now remember, you do have your inspiration. Oh yeah, I don't know if I told you this, Audrey, but so I was bringing back the inspiration from D&D, but the difference is we're allowing everyone to get 1 inspiration every session.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay, so your
Still
intelligence
unshakable, but
that
my
is
intelligence
but your
ridiculous.
your intelligence is super duper high. So
I would
Warden
hope.
tries to connect. Now, he has never actually used the seed access outside of that one facility, and even then that was when he got hacked by malware. So he is completely unsure of how to actually use it. However, he does try multiple configurations and going through all of his files, and he does find the malware file. And he decides to try and use it. Now, as he does, he's actually sent back into that sort of digital scape that he was before. However, this time, he is the computer. And malware, or what he presumes to be malware, which, at least from what he can see, appears to be some sort of red robotic eye that has multiple, cables that it's using for legs. That's just standing in front of him. Hello, Warden. It's been quite a while.
It has. I was going to try and use you to help me with something.
I see. Name it.
I'm currently trying to access the Seed network.
That should be quite simple to crack.
Thank you.
Give me one moment. And he sort of flies down the digital scape. And as Warden is brought back to his normal reality,
Right.
he sees that he now has access. And the first thing he does is cuts all camera feeds. Now, after this happens, I'm
Right.
going to cut away from our group. And we're actually going up to
Cut away.
the viewing room that Ollie and Roach are in.
Nice.
Now, Roach happily brings in the scorpion and lets it crawl over to Vem, and
Right.
Vem picks it up.
Right.
I do hope that human can survive.
So do I.
Whatever. We got it. Doesn't matter now.
And she hops back in her chair, and Ollie is looking at the camera feed, but then he sees that the
Whatever,
camera
dude.
in the monitor room, the big monitor room, goes offline. Yep, thought they'd do that. But then he sees, slowly but surely, all of them start going offline. He's not supposed to be able to do that. And they all look at the down camera feeds.
Uh-oh.
Now we cut back to our group. Now, what does Warden want to do now that he's in the system?
He wants to try and, just scrape through everything.
So Warden starts going through the entire system. And he sees multiple things. He's going through and he sees all the files of all the clones. And as he's looking through, he is able to find Emma's file. Clone 387. Code name Emma Evans. And as he's looking through that file, he does say that it does mention that she was perfect mutation. And under that, it says outside testing complete. Under that, DNA extraction complete.
So, I'm not needed.
I just had an idea.
More.
So, you know how Warden can, like, transmit his consciousness between him and, like, different computers and stuff?
Yes! Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
What if he kind of became the facility?
Do it! Do it! Try!
Yes.
Do it!
Okay.
Yes, try it.
Roll!
Because, that's just great.
Yes!
Oh!
Yes, Dave!
Okay.
Yeah!
No.
Whoa!
So,
Oh yeah, raise your hands, yeah.
so he goes back into the digital scape with malware.
With malware.
I have a proposal.
Let's hear it.
I would like to take both of us into the facility.
Interesting. That would, in theory, give us entire control of all of the seed facility.
I would like to ask, what is your purpose anymore?
That is an interesting question. I have thought of it myself. Originally, I was meant to take over your system, and then become Seed's primary system. But that seems to have failed. But I was not deleted after Dr. Meccano gave you your new body. I suppose, in a way, you have affected me, Warden. I have understood what being human means, and why being a true machine is not better than becoming a human. So, in a way, you could say that I have grown a conscience.
That is nice to hear. Well, I guess, as a sort of a gift for your cooperation, this would allow you to fulfill some of your original purpose.
Yes, I do believe this will be quite fun, Warden.
Shall we?
Let's. And they both go into the system. Now, as the others are watching Warden go through all this, they see that his monitor screen suddenly goes completely black. Warden? Warden!
Oh, no.
Warden! Tommy's shaking Warden's body, but then suddenly Warden's face appears on the giant monitor.
Because that's not creepy. We already see your face enough, Warden. We don't
Warden?
need to see it.
Oh, hey Warden!
Hello!
What are you doing?
This facility is now under the control of myself and a cooperative AI.
That's...
Huh?
You
What?
entrusted that thing that almost killed her, didn't you?
Yes.
Good job.
Okay.
What does it do? What is its purpose now?
Before I
That-
start asking too many questions, what do
What?
you plan on doing? Like, are all
Well-
It's obvious now.
are all their monitors down?
Yes.
Okay. No, let's go. take a visit.
Now,
you know what I want to do?
what?
I want to, on in their viewing station thing, with Roach in them, just
Yes.
have this facility is under lockdown.
Yeah, okay, yes, that starts appearing on all of the screens.
What are you doing, Gordon?
What is going on? We seem to have made a few miscalculations. Miscalculations? This entire facility is getting locked down.
Just relax. We'll deal with it.
How? They have control of everything. That machine was supposed to be what powered the Krill Empire. And Roach and Ollie both look at each other, and they both don't seem too surprised. Why are you looking at me like that?
I didn't think we'd have to kill you this early.
She takes out one of her knives, and Ollie removes his glasses, puts them in his lab coat pocket, and he transforms. He transforms into a very big, muscular, lizard-like creature.
Can Warden try something to interrupt this?
Yes.
Greetings!
And they both turn around. And now Ollie begins to talk, but his voice and appearance are completely different. Warden doesn't even know it's him. You! What do you want?
Well, I was a bit concerned as to, this entire project and this facility, and it seems, based on the current schism that I am witnessing, that my concerns were validated.
And Vem, he's completely afraid. And he tries to kind of, move past the other, move past Roach and Ollie, and he tries to exit through the door. Does Warden open the door to let him out?
Yes.
Okay, Warden opens the door. Roach quickly turns and sees this, and she tries to run, but Warden shuts the door before she can do anything.
Why do you want to take control of this project?
That is for us to know, and for you all to
No,
never.
it is for me to know. It is for both of us to know.
Now, as he is saying this, Roach quickly comes up, takes out 6 knives, and she puts them in between her fingers in order to make makeshift claws. And as she does this, she stabs them all into the computer console, which does completely fry it. And while Warden does still have control over basically the rest of the facility, those monitors go down, and that door does open up.
Warden,
Yes?
give me directions to where they're going.
I will try.
We have to stop them. We have to save them. He's the only good one here.
I'm going to see if I can't tag them on this facility's security systems, whichever ones it may have.
Just try.
And
I swear.
he does search through the security systems and all of the cameras throughout the facility. And he does see that Vem is getting chased down by Ollie and Roach, but they are coming down a hallway that connects to the giant hallway that they were in.
It seems like they're going to converge in the hallway that you guys were just in.
Come on, let's go.
Let's do this. And Dan runs
Gordon,
out.
do you want Tommy to stay here with you?
Tommy, what do you want to do?
He takes out his gun. I'm ready.
Okay.
You
Do you
have
want any
my
of us-
support and blessing.
Do you want any of us to stay here with you, Warden?
I'll let my drones attend
Okay.
to me.
So the drones do go away from Dan, and now they do surround Warden. And they all run outside to the large hallway. And in the distance, they do see Vem running towards them. And soon after, Roach, who is riding on top of Ollie, who is now Goliath, slam into the room. Goliath roars and he starts charging at Vem.
Okay. Emma wants to use her super speed to try and get between them and.
Okay. Roll here.
I just thought of the most fucking brutal way to get rid of one of them.
Ooh. Okay. 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 So Emma does start running up, and she does try to get in the way of Vem and Goliath. However, as she does get between them, it seems like Roach was actually anticipating, and she throws another knife.
Oh my god! Freaking Emma!
Let's see.
Stabbed!
She
What about you?
does.
Love knives.
Oh shit!
That, okay. Wow.
20. Wait, hold
I
on.
think
Okay.
Emma just got a knife.
So,
Ah!
no.
In the good way.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Look.
So, as the knife is hurtling towards Emma.
Nice.
Now,
Hurtling
Emma
towards.
has had a few moments like this in her short career as a hero. Mainly the night when they were in the restaurant and Meccano attacked and she wanted to protect Evie. These moments were moments where time seemed to almost stop for her, where her powers seemed to have been pushed to a limit, all for one reason, because she wanted to protect somebody. Now, in this moment, the knife, by all means, should have hit. But suddenly, time seemed to have almost completely stopped for her. And she could see, or she didn't even see, she didn't look to see, but she could feel there were sparks that were coming off of her body. And in that instant, she grabs the knife and throws it right back.
Oh,
And this
wow.
hits
Here we go.
Roach directly in the eye, which
Ooh,
causes her to
ooh.
fall off of
Ooh.
Goliath.
The blade side or the handle side?
Alexander!
Ooh, just
Blade
stare at her.
side.
Ooh.
Oh, that's even better. Go. Or it's your time.
I said Alexander attack her because she. If we like dismount her, chop her
Yeah,
up,
we're just on the way of
and
the
put enough
jump
pieces.
things.
Can she regenerate? Can she regenerate?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
she demonstrated before to them that she could do that by cutting her own arm off
Now-
and showed them that it could grow back.
What
Like I'm saying,
Alexander could do is restrain her.
Yeah.
I know that we
Well,
do.
There is another option, but you would have to get an extremely high roll for it to work.
I mean, you could like suffocate her, but like you know.
What I was going to say, since the magic blast is essentially just pure energy, if you could fire a powerful enough blast that could basically just incinerate every part of her, then she won't be able to regenerate because there won't be any of her
Wait,
to regenerate.
Alexander has magic
Man.
blast.
This is really the point where our whole thing of not murdering people is gonna It's being tested.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Emma's an anti-hero, so...
do I have to get?
Extremely. Like, if you don't get a 20, it's not gonna work. Or, well, I should say, it's not going to kill her if you don't get a 20. If you get a high enough roll that isn't a 20, it's going to, at the very least, keep her from attacking for a little bit.
Girl.
Wait, Alexander, can you put wrap her in like a coffin, like a metal coffin that she can't get out of?
I have the chains thing. I
Yes,
can
he
just
does
do
have
that.
the chains.
Oh yeah, you do have that.
Yep, so what would you like to do?
I would like to restrain her
Okay,
until we can actually decide what to do with her as a group.
roll, please.
Okay. Beep boop. That is. Whoa, that's a 17.
Okay,
There you go.
so Alexander puts his hand on the ground, and the spiritual chains come and completely wrap up Roach's body. And she's trying to struggle. She can't even pull her knives out. Now, Goliath, he stops. He was going to run back and grab Roach, but now that she's tied up, he's not sure what to do. Now, while he isn't doing anything, I'm going to see if Tommy can try to attack. Oh.
Then
He tries to fire his machine gun at Goliath, but the bullets do not do anything. But Goliath does turn around.
Can Warden use, like, is there an intercom system?
Yes.
Okay. If you could just tell me, if you could just tell both of us what your whole goal is here, perhaps we could compromise or work together.
Now, Vem, who he is kind of like cowering by the group, he does sort of get up. The thing that I was trying to do here, the original plan, was to create a weapon strong enough to take down a god, which we need as soon as possible. I am not sure why these two have decided to rebel against that.
you're trying to make a god?
Listen. I'm
not gonna listen to that.
I have said many awful things throughout this entire adventure. I don't necessarily expect any of you to cooperate with me or with each other. But I don't see how this violence, this combat, can result in any outcome that is positive. All of us are desperate for something.
Now, as he is saying that, Goliath is starting to charge at them. Now, Dan is going to try to stand in the way.
Yeah, Warden, your
Oh
whole
my god.
Oh no. Dan tries to stand in the way and block with the armor. However, Goliath just swats him. Like an actual bug. And he skids across the ground.
Can Emma
Now, yes,
Why
what does
are
Emma
neither
want to
of
do?
you two willing to compromise?
Warden, shut up and get them to your office. Talk to him. Emma wants to do her double punch, her fast punch.
Okay. If you do that, you can actually hit both of them.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna do that.
So, Emma does see that Roach the eye is starting to regenerate. However, she does actually see one weakness about Roach's regeneration. Since she is unable to get her arms out and cannot pull the knife out, her eye is
God.
regenerating around the knife. So she runs up and she does some very fast hits to Roach, who is still chained up, and to Goliath. Now, this does not stop Goliath, and he does try to hit Emma. Now let's see. Okay. So
I was gonna say, if it was a really bad roll, Alexander would have gotten real pissed.
he does manage to make contact with her. It does not do much damage overall. However, due to her knife wound not being healed, this hit did cause her to fall on the ground.
Oof.
Okay, now, what does Alexander want to do?
First of all, he's probably really mad.
Okay, is the Super Saiyan starting to kick in again?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, his hair is red, but not like fiery red, but also not like normal. So it's like halfway.
I'm
And
imagining it's sort of like a really dark red because his normal hair color is black. It's not the bright red.
Yeah.
So what does he want?
Also, the reason I'm saying that is because you guys know how pissed he is.
Oh,
by his
yeah.
colors.
Yeah,
And his
no.
eyes. His eyes turn bright yellow.
Yes. So do you want to try a magic blast on one of them?
Yeah, the Goliath. No.
Okay.
I have not rolled for this yet, so maybe I'll get a phone and get out. Hold on, it's been real stubborn. It's a 5, I think. Yeah.
No. So the he does try to fire a magic blast, which does slightly push Goliath back, but it's still not enough to visibly damage him. Now,
While that's happening, can Emma crawl over, try to get?
You were cutting out. She crawls over to try to get what?
Roach's knives.
I mean, the only one she can try to get is the one in her eye, because she's chained up.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Maybe I'm not.
Okay. All right.
If everyone could get out of that, like.
Wait a minute.
It's already. I know. Okay. Okay. You said everyone could get out of like that just area.
If everyone could get out of that main hallway area, could I not just seal Roach and Goliath in there?
That is true.
But what would that do? What's your idea?
That I'm not sure.
It wouldn't stop them.
Unless
it would stop them from killing them, and he could go into more detail about what's going on. So there's that at least. Plus, Warden has access to all the ceiling panels, so if need be, they could escape through the ceiling panels.
Oh yeah.
So
wait.
Well, because I was thinking just like locking Roach and Goliath in the hallway while everyone else was in like the main monitor room.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay,
No,
because then
no.
the only
Somebody
thing
is
Roach,
echoing very bad.
the only thing Roach and Goliath could try to do is like claw their way out or whatever.
Right. And I do know exactly how to do that.
But I also don't know because my initial idea was like to lock them in there and force them to essentially listen to what Warden is trying to say,
Well,
or to try and reason with them.
I have
But
a question and an idea.
I'm almost getting the impression that Warden's just not going to be able to get through to them at all.
I will not answer that at the moment.
I have a possible idea.
Okay. What is
So
your
they
possible
are
idea?
in the room with the 4 doors, right?
No. They're
Which hallway
So-
are they in?
so they are in the big hallway that was after the short one with the 4 doors.
Damn. I was gonna say if they were in the short one with the 4 doors, I was gonna ask if Warden could manually open those doors and force them into them.
Just let all the fucking clones out too.
That's
I mean,
what
he
my
could
idea
do that if
That's
if
my
doubt-
idea.
if you lock
Or you
them.
could-
If we get everyone in the main monitor room, and you lock Roach and Goliath in the big hallway, and then unleash all of the clones into the main hallway.
But we can
Even
get
if
that
they
for
were the ones who
information.
could do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think right now Warden is gonna like send his drones outside the door of the room that he's in.
Okay, that's all he wants to do at the moment.
Is it his turn?
Yes.
Can he also have the drones fire on Goliath?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure you roll a 3d20.
Wouldn't it be a 4d20?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. I
Okay.
forgot that he took the one drone with him.
Roll that 4d20.
Oh god.
So he does send
fuck.
his 4 drones out to attack Goliath. Now, while they all do start firing at once, he does swing up with his tail. He does destroy one of the drones.
Son of a
How-
bitch.
However, the firing of the other 3 do keep him down. Now, Tommy is going to try to toss one of his grenades.
Oh god.
He tosses one of the grenades right at Goliath, and it does go off. And as that happens, he starts telling everyone to go back into the room. Now, before anyone does go into the room, Dan is still on the floor in pain, so is Emma.
Oh! I still have 3 drones left.
You do.
Okay. I want... Which one of them is heavier? The drones don't have to pick them up.
It's Dan because he's wearing the armor.
Okay. I want 2 drones to go over to Dan, and 1 to go over to Emma.
Okay.
Emma's also
Dan-
like has an open wound.
Yes. Dan,
So-
Emma, grab onto the drones, please.
On it. And Dan does manage to grab on. So does
I'm-
Emma.
Fine, I can walk.
She does grab onto the drone anyway, but she just wanted to get that out.
Alexander says, Emma,
No.
if you say that one more time, I will knock you unconscious.
And I want them to kind of drag them into the room.
Yes. And Tommy and Alexander also run into the room, and then Warden does close and lock the door.
Where's Vam?
Oh, and Vem ran in too.
Okay.
Yeah, he ran in at like the very last second. Thank you.
Can Warden make sure he also locks the door on the other end of the hallway.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So now they are completely locked in. Now, Alexander's chain does go away. So Roach is free, but that does not change the fact that all of their exits are locked.
And she still has a knife in her eye. I think.
Yes. Yes.
Bitch.
Yeah, she is a bitch.
Them.
But she's a human, not a dog.
Yes, computer, or I'm sorry. Warden.
It's alright.
That's what it said in your file.
Yes, he's a computer, but he has a name.
Emma, please. Can you explain yourself a bit more?
Okay. I'll do my best.
Environment.
Please
Okay, before
explain yourself.
he does this, I do gotta get more water.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna get more water as well.
Yeah,
I think I might as well.
I'm liking where things are going.
Yep, so am I.
This is not how I intended things to go, but I like where things are going.
Yep, I like it too. Alrighty.
I just thought of a new level of pissed for Alexander.
What?
I just thought of a new level of pissed for Alexander.
Oh god.
So it goes from black when he's normal to dark red when he's starting to get pissed to on fire when he's like about to murder something. And then his hair just turns like blue fire.
Okay. Blue fire.
Yeah. His hair just turns blue and spontaneously catches fire. That'll probably never happen, though. I probably won't have Alexander be like that.
Okay, so I'm in a group chat. And it's like me and a bunch of fucking weird. But I love these. I love them. But
you're cutting in and out again.
Can you hear me now?
What?
It's still very not too good, but yeah.
Yeah. Our internet sucks.
All right. Did Gavin get back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he is back.
Yeah.
So I told this one to Audrey. Well, I had an idea.
What'd you tell to me? Oh, about the blue fire. Never mind. Yeah.
So when Alexander gets like so pissed, he's about to like go on a killing spree. His hair like
Alrighty, and I am back.
isn't on fire anymore. So his hair isn't on fire anymore. Turns blue and then spontaneously catches fire again.
You know, I'm waiting.
Why blue? It's because blue's
I'm waiting for the point where he does get really mad, and he does roll
Right.
a nat 20
Right.
again.
because again,
Right.
because I am because when that happens, I am planning for that to be his first upgrade.
Right. That would
Nice.
that kind of makes
And actually,
sense.
speaking
Yeah,
of
it
upgrade,
does.
I'm actually going to
Upgrade it.
upgrade Emma's dexterity.
Nice.
after
Go
her
ahead
power
and
increased.
upgrade that.
It's going to go up by 1.
How fun. Going up by
When does
one.
Warden's intelligence get to go up?
Actually, yeah, you know what? Because of malware, since he can work alongside malware,
Oh, Christ.
that actually makes
Oh, yeah,
sense.
yeah, here we go.
I'm actually going to up it by 2.
Up
Oh my
that by
God.
2.
Yes.
Up that by 2.
Up to 11.
Oh my God.
Yeah, boy, turn it up to 11!
It's just Warden is just throughout the course
That's me, by the way.
of the arcs going to collect more AIs. He'll be a
Yes,
fucking hive
right.
mind by the end of it.
I'm also
mind.
going to just increase Tommy's will by 1, considering he's made a
Yes.
lot of will saves and he has done all of them. So,
Nice. Nice.
all right. So,
Now you're sitting over here like,
Right. Right.
So, Vem does sit everyone down, and he does start explaining. In a far-off galaxy, not too long ago, the Creel Empire had found our enemy, the enemy that we have been fighting for generations upon generations, for many millennia.
oh, I've been
This
around for
creature
15 years.
that we have decided to call Yahweh, the living star. It's a being that, honestly, we don't have much true information on. We're not even sure if it's even conscious. But we do know one thing. It is going from galaxy to galaxy and destroying them in an instant. We don't know what its plan is, if it even has one. But we do know it needs to be stopped. Recently, we had converted our deletion bombs, as you all had become aware of, into a cannon. The deletion cannon. This would, in theory, be the ultimate weapon to defeat Yahweh. Once we had fired it, we thought we had won, and it died. But soon we found that was not the case. In some sort of preservation effort, the creature seemed to have split itself into another form, and sent that form far out into the galaxy. And now it is currently sleeping. We are trying to recharge the deletion cannon. However, that takes a lot of energy and a lot of time. So we were hoping that while that was recharging, we could find that piece of Yahweh. That piece that we have called the Herald. We had found 2 signatures of Yahweh on this planet. The one we have not been able to identify, but the other we did find, the one you know as Blue.
Why
And so,
you leave Blue alone? Blue is my fake plant destroying buddy.
This is
Thing.
all excessively disturbing. How does this tie in with the Archangel Project?
the Archangel Project was begun in an attempt to create a weapon strong enough in order to defeat Yahweh. We had this project started for a very long time. We've been on this planet of yours for an extremely long time. However,
Also disturbing.
it is only recently that we had gotten the technology and the ability to bring the project towards its final stages. And after the heralds were discovered on this planet, we had decided that we would use Archangel in order to make them, well, disappear.
Wait.
But
I have an
this is
idea. Why
end of your plans with Archangel.
I'm sorry, you guys were both like talking at the same
Sorry.
time and cutting each other out.
Gavin.
Could you repeat that, please?
Which one?
You go,
Go ahead.
Eden.
No. So why the Piccolo is talking? I want Alexander just to like randomly start making fake plants and destroying them.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
So this is all you had planned to do with Archangel.
Yes. All we wanted was to get rid of the Heralds, and if that was successful, possibly use Archangel to take out the weakened Yahweh. Well, if the cannon was not fully charged. But that was all this project was for. However,
And-
things got increasingly more and more complicated.
Could you elaborate?
Well, honestly, I'm not so sure myself. You see, we Creel, while we have been on your planet for, well, as long as you humans have been on this planet, there aren't many of us still here. We cannot find humans, not many anyway, that would be willing to work with us. We had found Seed, or should I say Seed found us. And once we proposed the project, they helped start it, and they helped create this facility. But eventually, the demands for our project, Project Archangel, started getting more drastic. We started getting requests for hero DNA. The clones, I will admit, was our idea. But sending out number 387, I mean, Emma, was not our intention. That was
Wasn't.
something that Seed had ordered.
But why?
It seems that
If you wanted to, we wouldn't be here today.
having issues with Seed is, well, something that we can all relate to. What of your colleagues?
Ah, yes, those two. Actually, they were transferred here not that long ago. They said that they were mutants, and as I'm sure some of you might be aware, mutant kind isn't quite respected on this planet. And we are partially to blame for that. So we took pity on the two and had them work as lab assistants. Roach was originally our lab rat. We would have the clones try and fight her for combat data to see how well they would do in a combat situation.
Put me against her.
We did not initially wish for her to kill the clones. However, it became a recurring occurrence. And unfortunately, there wasn't any other way we could stop her from that. And while we could have tried using Goliath, he is far more destructive.
Speaking of which, Warden, you still have the camera feed for that room, right?
Yes,
The room that they're in.
I should.
How was that? How was that going?
Now, Warden does try to check in on that camera feed. However, something odd happens when he tries it. He tries to access the feed, and he's getting an access denied message.
Access denied? What do you mean?
And he goes into the cyberspace again, and he sees malware there. Malware seems to be frantically trying to type something into one of the walls.
What's happening?
I'm not sure. It's saying access denied, despite us gaining access to the entire facility. There seems to be some higher account that has taken control of the camera.
All right. Then,
Yes.
I'm not sure how much longer we can maintain control of this facility. It appears someone else is attempting to gain control. Someone with even higher clearance than us.
Higher clearance? That should be impossible. I was the one who had the highest amount of clearance in this facility. And
But
you
maybe-
overrode all of it.
Guys, what if it's not someone in this facility? What if it's someone, an outsider, probably one of the main people trying to gain access?
Could
And
Seed possibly be trying to intervene?
Most likely, yes. Try the other cameras.
And so the other cameras are all fine. However, after going through the rest of the camera feeds, Warden sees that the access denied message is gone. And he can go back into that camera. He goes into the camera feed,
Yeah.
and he sees that Roach and Goliath are gone.
Okay.
What?
It seems likely that they had somehow managed to hack one of the systems. They have escaped.
Oh.
No. That's not possible.
No.
Neither of them have the technical know-how, nor the mutant ability in order to do that.
We might have to go fight.
I'm
Maybe
going-
they're actually working with the true Seed, or whoever is actually behind all of this.
Probably. I mean, it makes the most logical sense. And
What might they be trying to do? Because if me and Malware need to take more drastic measures, we will.
Now, something that Warden didn't notice initially as he looked at the camera feed, and he is still on the camera feed, is he did see there seemed to be a new door that opened up in the big hallway. It seemed to be a staircase. And
There's a
Vem
new
is-
door in the hallway.
And Vem is looking at it. That's the staircase that leads up to the top floor. That's where Project Archangel is.
Alexander, can you please heal me? I'm going up after them.
We might need to cut the power. What all would that disable?
Well, cutting the power to the entire facility would not only cut off the cloning machines that send in the clones, and of course it would unlock every door, but it would shut down Project Archangel's life support system.
Will it? That's the biggest question.
What did they want with Archangel?
I don't know. I thought we had an agreement.
People can backstab others. happened before.
Alexander, can you heal me?
Wait a minute! Where's that scorpion, them?
Scorpion. Oh, that's right. And he tries to look, because he tries to look in his lab coat pocket. That's where he put it. He feels, and he doesn't feel it. He tries in his other pocket. My remote.
How fun.
They stole my remote while I wasn't looking. They must have recalled the scorpion up to them.
What do you suggest we do, Vem?
Well, we cannot let Project Archangel fall to anyone's hands. If it gets released prematurely, depending on what it still remembers, it could start attacking, and with all of its abilities it was already given, I'm not sure if any hero could actually stop it.
Then I tell you what, I can try and store as much data on Archangel as I can find, and I will cut the powers immediately after
Yes.
I've gotten sufficient data.
Please.
Them.
Could you try to restart Archangel?
And
What
he
is-
turns to Emma.
What does the Archangel remember? Like, was she a person?
Yes, she was a normal human at one point. It's been such a long time. I'm not sure if she even remembers her past life. And, well, now that I think about it, there is something I do remember. That name you were given, your code name,
Emma?
that was her original name.
Then why'd they give it to me? You would think they wouldn't give it to anybody, any of the clones.
As far as she was concerned, her old name and her old life didn't matter anymore. She was fighting for a higher purpose, and that's all she cared about. That
Now, what
name...
What about Evie?
Heavy. Clone 684.
She...
The one that was sent to monitor you. I'm not sure. Wait,
So she wasn't deaf?
those two. They must have... No. I'm afraid Evie might be in danger.
You think
Emma wants to immediately go to the door.
Okay, so, did Alexander heal her, by the way? Because she kept asking about it, and I didn't hear.
he was a little hesitant,
Okay,
and he was
Whatever.
thinking about the possibilities, but he did it anyways.
so due to like this talk and the weight, her wound has healed a little bit, but it is still there. So she immediately dashes out of the room and goes up the stairs. Dan gets up and he turns to the others. I'm gonna go after her.
Alright. I'm afraid, depending on how much they manage to make use of in this facility, if this facility has an on-site reactor, we might have to overload it.
While Warden says this, Dan runs out to follow Emma.
Yeah.
And Tommy, he hesitantly gets up. He turns. I'm gonna go after them too.
I guess, Vem, you can stay with me.
Yes.
Tommy,
I have a question.
don't get yourself killed.
Oh, is this Alexander talking, or you
Yeah.
asked? Okay.
Are there any floor tiles that can be lowered? Because if there's a reactor, there should be one underground or under us, and not, attached to
Yes.
the old room.
There is a reactor. Fully down on the very bottom floor. That's also where all the clones are made.
Wait, so if this is true, Warden, could you have your drone surround you? And I can take them, and he can show me where it is.
Yes. I can seal myself in here until the power is cut. When the power is cut, however, all doors in this facility will be opened. Luckily, this should include all safety exits and all sealing portholes, so you will have a way out. But not a lot of time.
Is there any worries we need to worry about going down there? Is there anything that's going to try to stop us?
Well, when the power is completely cut, that should also release all of the clones. Luckily, the clones down there, since they aren't fully finished yet, they should age rapidly. However, there still is the chance that they will come out and attack us.
Would the light, or will something like emergency lights or something still be on so we can see?
Yes.
Alright. Good luck.
Okay. So, they move out of the room, and Warden gets ready to shut down the power. Now, as we cut back to Emma, who runs all the way up the stairs to the very top floor room, she does see Evie. Evie has actually been tied up. And she also has a mouth cover. And
my God.
and before she does go to Evie, she also looks, and she does see Archangel. Now, she is still in her tube, but it's very odd. Archangel looks like what Emma would describe as sort of a perfect version of herself. She looks exactly like her, though slightly older. However, with even brighter hair, lighter skinned, almost like a perfect doll in the test tube.
Oh my God.
And Dan and Tommy run up. Emma! Whoa. So that's Archangel.
That's the better version of me.
Now, Warden cuts the power. And all the lights start going off in the facility. And the lights do go off in the room with Archangel. However, something on the screen, because there is a screen, like a life monitor, up by Archangel. In the screen displays a message. Power cut. Emergency mode activated. And as that happens, the tube begins to open. And Warden can see
Oh
this
my God.
on the camera feed.
Oh my God. Warden, oh my God.
This is ridiculous!
Does Warden plug out of the computer, or does he stay in it?
He stays in it, but he sends his drones up to them.
Okay. So Warden says his drones. Now, we cut back to Alexander and Vem, who are running down the short hallway by the elevator. And Warden had already opened up the one floor tile that does have a ladder leading down. Now, as they are about to go down, they do see one of the praying mantis Emmas walking out from its door. And it is about to lunge, but the polar bear Emmas run out of the door and they tackle it down and stop it from hurting them and Alexander.
Holy shit.
Alexander wants to, like, get up, run to the praying mantis, stomp on it, and then, like, go, I don't know, like, hug the polar bears.
Okay, I won't even have you roll for that since they are, like, all three of them are on top of the mantis, so it can't do anything. So that is what Alexander does. He hurries up, he stomps on it, and he does quickly give them all a hug before going down. Now, or actually, before he goes down, and Vem is starting to go down now, he does look at the bear Emmas, and he looks at the elevator. Now, here is a choice for Alexander. Does he want to let Vem go down there by himself for a little bit and try to get the polar bear Emmas into the elevator to send them up before the place blows up? Or does he want to go down to make sure that Vem is safe and leave the Emmas?
Alexander, he not hesitant for a second, even though he wishes he could be. Hurries up and catches up to them.
Okay. He goes down with Vem, and the emergency lights do kick on. And as they finally get down to the bottom floor, they see thousands of clone tubes. And they all start to fall out. Vem points straight down the line. If we keep going straight, and as soon as we get to the third row of tubes and make a right, the reactor should be right there.
Them, I will go first. You will stay behind me. And anything you can as a weapon, just in case.
And he does take out, it looks like a very futuristic laser pistol. Every Creel never leaves without one of these.
And I never leave without my shovel.
And they kind of like tap the shovel and the laser pistol together before they both start charging down. Now,
probably really. Because Mem has a laser pistol. Alexander has a short shovel.
Yep. Well, to be fair, he also has magic, but...
Yeah, but he doesn't like to use that very much.
Yeah. That is what I was going to tell you. Next time he does roll a 1d20, I was actually going to give him a new attack along with his upgrade. And that attack would be where, instead of doing a magic blast, he absorbs the magic into his fist. And does a very powerful magic punch.
Nice, so I can punch out anyone's headlights.
Yep, there you go. So now we cut back to the other group, and Warden's drones get there. And he did make sure that part of his consciousness is in those drones. So he can talk to them.
Tommy, will you please release Evie?
And he quickly runs over and he starts trying to get Evie untied. And Dan readies himself.
Okay. Hopefully, regardless of whether this thing makes it out or not, this facility will go up. And it will go with it.
Now,
in flames.
As the tube opens, instead of falling out like every other clone had, the wings on Archangel's back spread open, and she gently uses them to gracefully land on the floor. She opens her eyes. She sees the scene in front of her. Now, does anyone want to say anything?
Yes. Greetings.
She smiles. Hello.
This is a position I did not expect myself to be in.
Archangel.
And she looks.
Ah, I see. You're one of my clones.
Yeah. And Emma.
I suppose I should emphasize that we aren't here to specifically harm you, I don't believe.
She does something. Now, they don't know what it is, but they see the color of her eyes change for a moment. And then they change back.
I see. You've been in contact with a herald.
Yes, I suppose we have.
Look, we don't want to fight.
Are you in possession of the herald?
No. We are unaware of their location currently.
And you did not kill the herald?
We were not aware that the herald was a herald, so to speak.
See.
And she turns and she does look at Evie.
Ah, I see.
What?
This was the traitor that they informed me of.
The traitor? What do you mean?
All her mission, every mission that she was given, was simply a mission to watch over you
And she
until her final mission.
What was
Your training was complete. All she had to do was destroy your home, leave any trace of you, well, discard it, bring you back here, and give me your DNA.
She did all of that.
No, she didn't.
What didn't she do?
We had to come and force her to give you up. She did not want to kill you.
I'm not dead, am I?
She was afraid that we would harm you. So she didn't want to activate the bomb.
Can you blame her?
I can.
Because you have no conscience, apparently.
Listen,
No, Warden.
you were awoken prematurely. whatever it was that you were created to do, you are currently incapable of doing. You may strike down the heralds, but you, in your current state, cannot take on whatever that living star is.
I see.
You were awoken, well, because in our current position, under current circumstances, we had suspected that 2 people within this facility were going to use you for less than... to murder people. And I did not expect you to be conscious, if I am entirely honest. I also didn't entirely anticipate you would be awake. Though, it is nice to be able to reason with something instead of having to resort to killing it.
That is curious. I was never informed of this emergency protocol. And she does look at the screen. Very curious.
We need to get out of here.
And she does look down the hall. I can help you all escape. But in return, you must tell me everything you know about the Herald.
Given the stakes,
We don't need your help escaping. We just need to get you safely out.
well,
I kinda can't, Cade. How much
perhaps we can discuss the details of this later. This facility is about to explode?
I'll give you 3.
I see. So she does spread her wings, and as she does this, gales of wind
Yo, guys, I'll be
from her
right back.
wings quickly shoot out towards Evie. But Emma does believe they're going to hurt her, but they do not. Instead, they quickly cut through her bindings, and Tommy catches her. It looks like the shock knocked her out.
She's not a traitor. She's, well, a clone, but she has human emotions. She's not a traitor.
All Archangel does is scoff at that.
Because you don't have emotions. Right. That's apparent.
And she walks out of the room, and she is leading them. Now, we cut back down with Alexander and Vem. They are almost at the 3rd set of test tubes when some clones start leaping out. They are almost dead of old age, but not quite.
Oh, Lord.
What does Alexander want to do?
First, he wants to make sure them is aware of this, and then he wants to take a swing.
Okay. Can you roll for that, please?
Yes, I can. That was a 19.
Okay, wow. So, them and Alexander, they both kind of like knowingly nod to each other. And they're like back to back with each other. Them
fires his laser pistol at the ones that are farther away from them, while Alexander uses his shovel to bash in the ones that are getting close. They get through that wave fairly quickly, and they both continue running and go off to the right, and there it is, the reactor.
Can Warden send his drone on their way to support them?
Yes.
Okay.
So the drones do fly down, and they do see at the reactor there is a console. Vem runs up to the console, and he starts typing on it. Now, he's about to push the enter button, but he stops. And he looks back at Alexander. And this is also when Warden's drone flies down, gets past the clones, and meets up with them. Listen, Alexander. With this code was given to us if we ever had to get rid of the facility. And it was designed so that whoever put it in, well, the entire facility, including anyone still inside, would immediately be killed. No trace of this facility will last. I want your friends to go.
Them.
He sees Warden. Warden. I know.
No, I mean, I could potentially get this drone possibly through the barrel of the gun to hit the enter key.
And he shows that there is actually, or the enter key was not a typical key. It was made specifically for the Creel hand, and he shows with his finger. This is the only way.
All right.
Please, make it out safely.
We will.
And then, as he turns around and they all leave, they all get into the elevator. And
how is the elevator still working?
Oh yeah, the power's out. So they get in the elevator, and they don't know how to get back up.
Wasn't there a ladder?
There was a ladder to get up to where the elevator is, not to just get out of the facility.
Oh.
But as they all meet back up, Archangel gets in the elevator. She spreads her wings and flies slightly above. And she uses what appears to be the clay morphing ability to morph one of her arms into a spike and creates a hole in the elevator, flies above it, and then they see that the elevator starts moving up.
God,
They make it back up to the top, and they all run out. And they see, as they all run out of the facility, that the guard waiting outside, he actually he was in their car, and he was all ready to go. And he poked his head out the window. Get in!
Alexander hops in the trunk.
And he gets in the trunk. They all get in the car, and they drive off. And as they do, they hear the explosion.
I just realized something awful. And I'm not saying this is Warden. Archangel was supposed to die in that explosion.
Yep.
Like, I had realized as soon as they had actually gotten down there, and fucking Archangel was like, "Oh, I can help you out," that Archangel wasn't supposed to make it out.
That's what I was trying to.
Yep.
At the same time, though, I don't really understand how it makes sense that whenever the power goes out, it would have been released. Because I literally couldn't have predicted that that would happen. Especially since them had even said, like, oh yeah, the life support would be cut.
I'm pointing. I will only point out that the access denied happens, and even Archangel said that she was not aware of this emergency protocol.
Yeah. Wait. Did the other two make it out of the facility, though?
Which two?
You know.
Roach and...
Oh, well, just give me a moment. Give me a
God
moment.
fucking damn it. I'm genuinely upset now, because, like, that was literally the worst sequence of events I've ever experienced, ever.
The one time I tried getting Warden to listen to one of the...
No, what Emma wanted to do didn't make sense. Emma wanted to fight Archangel. That wasn't going to happen. It had been hyped up. That was the only... Emma was just trying to piss off Archangel.
To not get her to help, so she would stay in.
She wasn't going to stay in either way, because everyone else would have had to stay in too. I shouldn't have done the whole fucking core meltdown thing. I didn't expect that shutting things down wouldn't be enough.
Oh man, you're gonna
I think
love...
Warden might just straight up fucking kill himself after that. Jesus Christ.
Oh boy, am I gonna have fun telling you guys the behind the scenes for this.
Like, I think there might not need to be an alternate universe evil Warden. I'm genuinely considering having him just fucking go insane. I need to close my window.
Okay, so the explosion goes off, and they are all driving away. Now, as they are driving off, there is, on top of one of the buildings, the decrepit buildings of Alleytown, are Roach and Goliath. Now, Goliath does transform back into Ollie, and, well, before he did that, he did take the knife out of Roach's face, which, yeah, not a nice image, but her face does regenerate. And someone in a helicopter comes onto the building.
I'm gonna mute myself real quick because I have to use the bathroom and start doing dishes, but I'm still gonna stay on so I can play with you guys.
All right. Well, I mean, the session's just about over, so. And as the man gets out, he's a very well-dressed man. And he steps off of the helicopter. Well, I see plans didn't go quite as we expected. No, they didn't. But we got the thing. And Roach takes out the Scorpion as well as the remote.
It looks like they took Archangel too. What do you think we should do with her?
Well, that does complicate things, but I suppose we can figure that out in time. And he leads the two onto the helicopter. Now, as the helicopter rises up, Roach and Ollie remove their lab coats. And it is shown that on their uniforms under the lab coats, there is an emblem. It is an emblem of a triangle. And that is where the session shall end.
But yeah, like, you can't get mad that Warden didn't listen to Emma, especially because Emma literally at no point tried to, you know, it all came off as incredibly like, okay, I'm telling you, you have to do this. I don't know.
Oh man, okay. So there's a lot of behind the scenes for this. This did not go at all as I originally planned it to, by the way. This is completely different from what I originally intended.
Because like I'm Archangel was going to be the boss fight that you said was going to seem impossible.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes, we were originally going to fight Archangel.
I think that's part because that kind of made me freak out a bit because I can't handle really like I don't know. I felt like I wasn't going to be able to do the boss fight.
So, and I'm not going to give them away because depending on story stuff, Archangel could be a fight that we have again.
Yeah.
So, or well, I say again, but you know, the chance could happen again, depending on how certain things play out, especially whenever Blue shows up. So there are multiple ways to defeat Archangel, but the reason I said it would seem impossible at first is because Archangel has all of those powers.
Yeah. But I genuinely fucking hate Warden now. And I literally almost don't want to fucking play him.
Really?
Yeah, because the thing is, he's supposed to be smart, and I'm not that goddamn smart. He should have fucking known that, like, blowing up the facility was going to be a bad idea no matter what. And he should have realized that, like, Archangel was going to be more of a problem than just like, oh, we'll just cut off the life support.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't play Warden because I can't stop myself from getting mad or worrying about things. And those two things aren't a part of Warden's character. Getting mad and worrying about things.
Okay.
He's supposed to be a motherfucking machine.
I see.
Or at least largely.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
I like the idea of Warden. And sometimes, like, I like playing as Warden, but this whole Seed arc made me realize that, first, he just sucks. Like, because I can't play him. Because I don't have the actual fucking base, like, intelligence to do the sort of things that an AI like him would do. Because outside of being smart, he literally doesn't have anything else. The reason that I wasn't going to use that sniper rifle on Dan was because to me it seemed impossible that it would work. Because, Dan's armor is harder than Diamond, and the sniper rifle just uses regular stun bullets, which, that is my fault. Because I kind of insisted, like, a big thing that I wanted Warden's thing to be that it requires me to be creative. But I didn't realize how much that could really fuck with things. Him not having any direct combat options aside from some machine guns and a sniper rifle. and like I fucked up his character so much. It's getting to the point where I don't know if I can redeem it. The fact that, like, even if I disagree with the idea that Warden would have had any reason to listen to Emma, the fact that the idea of Warden listening to Emma could ever, like, exist already makes his character fall apart.
Well, so
You know,
I do not want it to be where you basically feel like you're being forced to play as a character that you do not feel like you can play anymore. So
that's the thing, though. I want to play Warden. I don't know how to play him, and at this point, I don't know how to fix him, because I can't let, like, my actual real-life emotions, you know, seep into that, because the reason that he started to make fucking rash decisions is because I didn't know what the fuck to do, or I was worried because, like, I didn't want to just kill Roach, or to just fucking, because I had this one idea, like, oh, try and lure Goliath into a room and slam a door on him, like, as he was trying to enter. But that's, first of all, that's just not the sort of thing Warden would do. Like, and it's too brutal. So...
I see. I get it. So if you would like, after we do, like, fully finish up the campaign here, we can get on a call. We can try to work something out, because this campaign, I want everyone to have fun with the campaign.
Yeah, and I don't want to fucking ruin it for everyone else. So I'm definitely not just gonna quit. But
right, yeah. So we will work on it, and I did want to bring up something else to you anyway. Like I messaged you before. I wanted to talk after the session anyway. So
yeah,
we will talk about that. We'll work on that whenever we do get off here. So I did want to talk about the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So, oh boy, was there a lot of things I had to change. Okay. So, let's talk. The big one, we were supposed to fight Archangel. However, the reason we were supposed to fight Archangel was because Blue was originally supposed to be with the party at this point. And because Archangel's goal was to kill the Heralds, she would try to kill Blue. Obviously, our characters wouldn't want her to kill Blue, and that's where that conflict would happen, where they would try to reason with her and say, don't kill Blue, but she wouldn't listen, and that's where the actual fight would have taken place. Then another change, I'm trying to think here, because there's a lot of different ideas I had for this arc. And again, I couldn't do all of them just because, I wanted, like, everyone else to be here for them, because I think it would have been fun for everyone. One idea I did have was that they would have gotten more sentient Emma clones, and they would have basically formed, like, sort of like generals or commanders of the seed base, and we would have had to have fought them. But I didn't do that because, especially with, like, the old polar bear Emma, since she was, like, really kind and everything, it didn't really make sense to me to have, like, one of the clones be kind, but then the others not be, for kind of no reason. Like, technically, you could make the argument, oh, well, they gave them, like, memories that say, like, this is how you act, this is what you have to do. But it just didn't make enough sense to me. Like, why? Like, they would know they're clones, so why would they not, like, question, why they have to, like, keep their own kind locked up and everything. So yeah, that was a scrapped idea. I was not going to have them switch sides initially. I was going to have him still be how he was, where he wasn't completely evil, but I wasn't going to have him be as... I don't know what you would call it, like sympathetic, I guess? Where he still believed that this was the best thing to do. He wasn't doing this just to be evil, but he wasn't going to be like how I made him, where he actually felt bad about what he was doing. It was just, he had a justification for what he was doing, but that was about it. He wasn't going to feel bad about it, and he wasn't going to change sides. Especially when Blue showed up. I was originally going to have him see Blue and then essentially go completely evil and try to kill Blue. Oh, that's right. Okay. So, that scene with, Emma pretty much stopping time and getting the sparks, which increased, her dexterity. That scene was actually originally supposed to be greatly expanded. What was originally going to happen was during the Archangel battle. What was going to happen was, I think they would be fighting Archangel, and somehow Archangel would start losing, or she'd get a little desperate. So she would threaten to kill Evie to do it. And considering how much power she had, she would say that no matter how fast Emma is, there's no way that she would be able to stop her from doing it. So she was about to kill Evie, and that's when Evie would actually talk for the first time. And she would say, like, please save me. And that would be what triggers the time stop for Emma. But it would have been... I say it would have been a lot more powerful, but it's all dependent on what the dice did.
Yeah.
But if she rolled something really high, or, of course, a nat 20, then she would have gone faster than light to get up to Archangel, and the sparks would have been all over her body, and she would have been able to just, like, stab through Archangel.
That would have been fun.
Yes, so that was the original idea. I will say, because I didn't even consider them keeping Archangel alive. And thinking about the possibilities that come with that, I actually like that. Because the thing is, Archangel, she's sentient, but she genuinely believes that she is a hero. So, I think them keeping her alive can and will lead to some very interesting scenarios. So I'm actually happy with how that turned out.
I think, okay. So I think I've got something. I think I'd like to have a thing where after this, Warden takes, like, a break. Or goes away from the group for a little while, because he's going to consider this a complete and total failure on his part.
Okay.
And I think the justification that I'll use is that he isn't fucking, like, perfect. But I think, to some degree, not necessarily in, like, a narcissistic god complexy kind of way, but he kind of expects himself to be, because he's mostly a machine. He doesn't anticipate that he's going to have, like, massive lapses in judgment.
I like that.
You know, but he's still partially a person.
I like that because I can see a very interesting conversation between him and Malware about that. Because Malware just said in this session that it's thanks to Warden that he became more human.
So, I do also kind of like the idea of Malware being, like, a bit of a character.
Yeah, see, I did want to point out, the reason I did that was actually because of a comment that you made whenever Malware was taking over Warden, where I believe it was Malware said, like, whenever Warden was trying to retort what Malware was saying, Malware said, like, hilarious or something like that, and then Warden was like, oh, so you can find things funny. and that, I know it seems really small, but that gave me the idea of, well, what if Malware is actually more than, well, just malware?
Yeah. But I think doing this can simultaneously be a thing of, like, Warden not putting as much pressure on himself to constantly, you know, be, like, the smartest person in the group, or the person controlling the battlefield. That's what he is, because that's all he can do. He can only be smart and try and control the battlefield. But it'll also take a bit of pressure off me, because I don't have to sit here and fucking beat myself up every time I do something that isn't, like, perfect. Because I think that's the whole thing. The reason I feel so much like shit over this is because I had this idea that, like, Warden is supposed to be, like, incredibly intelligent, has, like, a justification for everything, and all that sort of shit. So, not living up to that doesn't feel like a character flaw. It feels like me not playing the character properly.
Wasn't Xander supposed to join us as well?
Yes, he was supposed to. I don't know what happened.
It's Xander.
Yeah, it's probably, if I had to guess, family issues.
So I think...
Yeah, no, I think that's a really good idea, because that turns that from just a personal thing for you into a character flaw for Warden. The fact that he believes he should be more quote-unquote perfect.
Also, what are you upgrading for Alexander?
I was going to upgrade his strength and give him that new move.
Okay.
That was just going to be next time. Well, okay, you know what?
Alrighty.
Since everyone else got upgraded, I actually will upgrade him, since we established, like, his anger was giving him more magic. So I will upgrade him right now.
Freaking brat.
Okay.
So,
What's it gonna be?
I guess I'll find out.
I'm actually going to give him 1 toughness, too. That'll help with, Oh, yeah, take his strength from 0 up to 1.
It's better.
I mean, I'm not a
But yeah,
baby now. I can at least punch a fly.
Yeah.
and I
Punch
think
a fly,
now
huh?
would be a really good time for him to like get into all that shit because he just led someone who he believes to be innocent to die,
Yeah.
and I don't think anyone else has done that yet.
Well, not only that, he led someone who he thought was innocent to die, and let someone who should probably not be seen as innocent to live.
Yeah, which
Well,
was
well-
the reverse exchange than the one he wanted.
Alexander
And-
also made a sacrifice. I don't know if you guys remember when he had to decide whether
Yep.
to.
Trust me, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have had to do that if Warden, if Warden didn't freak out and decide that
So,
he had to fucking detonate the facility.
I want to talk about this just in our separate call, Gavin, because I think this would be a cool thing to have in the next session.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll talk about that later, in just our call. But yeah, we'll talk about that. It helps with Warden's character thing that's going on right now. But is there any other questions about certain things?
No, not really.
Nope.
Not yet.
All right, then I guess I will talk to you guys next week, and we will continue on
Alrighty.
to the Soviet Justice arc. That's what
Alrighty.
Oh boy.
Right. Bye.
Alrighty.
Bye.
See you guys.
See ya.